Hello, my glamorous sisters.
Dang, Linda, you were getting down. I gotta get that move. Okay, Linda. Hey, okay.
My glamorous sisters. What's going on?
That's my morning workout.
Is it really? Oh my goodness.
Woo! I love it. I love it.
I love it too because it gets us going. I mean, so I could be whatever in the mood, and when I hear that song, it's like,
oh yeah, I love it.
It's just a reminder that we are glamorous.
There you
I mean, you have to see yourself as being what you want to be and what you want to see anyway. So, Linda, we need you to unmute, baby, because we know you got a lot to say as well. In the meantime,
I got too much into my move, I think.
No, look, with that being said, we're all the glamorous people to come on in, chime in, share, like our page.
People, invite.
Charlene, girl, look, we know you got energy, you got that pink on, you got the green. Are you pledging or something? You
got my colors on. I should have on today.
You should have had your colors on.
Yeah, today is my sorority meeting. I'm saying,
oh yeah, we had all these great anniversaries of our sororities and fraternities.
The founders,
yes, a shout out to every one of you. Happy Founders Day.
The glamorous women out there. I'm telling you, glamorous that we are. We got it going on, ladies. I am so happy to see you guys.
Yeah, why? You've been on the road. What have you been doing lately?
This time for a check-in.
Yes.
It's time for a check-in.
What's going on?
Your time.
What's going on? Well, what's going on is that a lot of great things, of course, and 2023 is kicking off with so many different projects that he has just given me the opportunity to do. I'm happy about it. And you all know of one is with the DC Black Broadway. We're going to show the flyer on that. Dante, if you want to go ahead and just give it to him, let's give it to him. Let's go ahead and put it out there. The Giz is coming in.
Okay, we starting off with that to find out what's going on.
I would start on out with it. Why not? I would say let the people know the Go-Go musical is coming. DC is go. All things go. The mayor has already cited that we are still the city that recognizes our culture. You know what I mean? Thank you, Dante. And so that's coming up in April, and we're just in gear for it. That's why I wanted to bring it up. We are in gear. Please go to Lincoln. Charlene, you see it, you know it, you out there too. So I thank you for your
3 days shows or 1 day of show.
3 days, the 28th, 29th, and 30th of April.
And they already booked because I went and tried to get a ticket on one of the days and it was already gone.
We are moving. This city is on fire.
Wow. Peggy, Linda,
this city on fire.
No. Really?
This city is on fire.
I don't want to go on Friday. I want to go on Thursday. I want to go Sunday. So if you do not move your feet, you're going to lose a seat or seat. Right?
I like that. You don't move your feet, you're going to lose a seat. I think I'm going to use that and put your name beside it.
You need to. No, you can't have it. It's yours.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Speaking of go-go, I went this week for Martin Luther King Day. I went to our new refurbished Martin Luther King Library. And my goodness, you've got to go. Speaking of go-go, they have go-go there. They have a whole museum on the 4th floor that you've got to go to. And you see all the go-go groups. You see Marion Barry. You see the history of DC is right at our new library, right on 9th and G?
9th and G, I think, in between 9th and F. It takes up that whole block.
Oh, it is absolutely beautiful. I got my new library card. Oh, guys, you got to go.
She got a new library card.
Yeah, I wasn't in the system. So they said, because they have meeting rooms and everything. So I want to be able to use it. But you got to go. It's ultra modern.
Do you have to be a resident to get a library card in DC?
Now that I don't know.
Okay.
I think
so you might want to call and find out. Probably not.
I don't think so.
I'm sure DMV.
But in the meantime, use my address.
Tell me you were in DC. Okay, see, I'm just gonna have to get me some property in DC. But I got two sisters there, so I just use their address.
Yeah, you gotta go. Chuck Brown is there. Everybody's there.
Oh, wow.
All the go-go groups, and they're actually performing, and it's very interactive.
That's nice.
And you have people from DC in the area talking about their experience growing up in DC. It is awesome.
I love DC.
This city is
a culture all by itself.
But you have to love where you live.
That's right.
Yeah.
In spite of what's going on, love where you live, because things are changing. It's evolving all around us. You know what I mean? We got new political energy happening.
Yes.
Right? We have things in spite of what's happening on the Hill and the Congress. That's foolishness. I'm talking about I digress.
We'll take a deep breath.
Yeah, I digress.
I not to entertain, but I gotta entertain. Entertain.
Go ahead, Charlene. Go ahead.
Charlene, this is your area. Go ahead.
No. But it's too funny. I'm not even gonna name his name. But why are they fine? Listen, I'm gonna come back to that because it was too much.
Go ahead. I mean, I think it's necessary to be said now because you may forget.
Okay, so anyway, it has nothing to do with Trump, but it does have something to do with this character that's in the news right now, who is actually he is a Republican, and he's in the House right now, but he's up on fraudulent charges for creating stories or lies about his past.
Lies.
So they're lies, and they're catching up with them. And so because I'm not naming names right now, I prefer you to do your homework. But the latest news on him, coming from CNN, Fox, and everywhere else, is that he was a drag queen, right?
Oh, let me fix myself up.
Yes. I'm sorry. And his drag queen peers has shown pictures, and they can date that's what he was. He actually even said that his mother was in the 911 building, the Twin Towers. Yes. What? And she really wasn't. She said, I wasn't even there. I was back in, okay. So anyway, things like that. I just want us to get along.
I just want us to get this. This is
over.
This is
like you can't lie anymore. I can't say I went to a school and then you can't prove that I went to the school. Like if I say I went somewhere, you can call the school, find out, was Charlene Day ever a resident here or whatever. Like, why do you lie about stuff that we can fact check you on? Like,
I think and let me tell you, if it was one of us, would have been found out in 2 seconds.
You would have been out of the office. Guess what they said?
Almost spilling tea. That's more than tea.
No, that's a lot.
That's a lot. I mean, these are just out and out lies.
That's
exaggerations, and you name it, it's a negative. Well, and this person should not be representing anybody. He's not even representing his family. He's even told lies about his parents.
His family.
It's like, it's sad. It's really sad.
He's in a class of his own, is what they're reporting.
This
politician is embellishing lies. Just, it's not a good thing. And it's not because he's a Republican. It's because he's a human being.
As a human.
For him because of everything he said.
Yeah.
We believed him. Oh, well, I ain't vote for him, but they believed him. And you know what? He has a responsibility, and they're not even making him pay for it. And his peers are like, well, he is innocent until proven guilty. What?
Yeah.
If that was Jesse Jackson, if that was Al and all the rest, he would have been out.
Out.
No questions about it.
He would have been booed every time he walked.
Yeah.
And I think this is just showing us as a country where we really are. This is where we are. We built on lies. We built on what we want people to believe. And this is how we do it, because that's not the norm. I mean, these are laws, talking about law-abiding of citizens. Where did that go?
Well, he said he did not commit a crime. He told a lie, and he admitted to the lie about his bio. And he said he's sorry, but he still is committed to serve the people.
Oh, I can't believe
What
that.
is going on in this
I
world?
know you have to ask yourself that question, Charlene. Where are we?
This is their norm. People
Oh
need to look
yeah.
at this. This is a norm for
This
people
seems
that
to
were
be
sitting in
right.
there.
Like they
It's
say, that a new norm. It seems to be a new, but it's
we
not good.
cannot
It's not
accept
good.
it. We
It's
cannot
definitely not
accept
good.
it. Mm-mm.
Well,
It's
what
not
about
good
our
at all.
children? I'm so concerned about our kids. Our kids killing
It's
kids,
really,
killing
yeah,
each other.
yeah.
I don't know how each the DMV and all over the country is going to handle this. And these kids are still taking guns to school.
Yeah.
They're still shooting. They're still robbing.
Oh
What
my
has
God.
happened mentally? I know I'm going to have someone on that's talking about the mental condition of our children.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I'm wondering, did it really affect them? Because it seems to be as soon as they came out of it, out of coming home, out of being at home for a month and a year and a half, they have gone. Their
But Linda,
brain,
that's the after effect.
right. I
Getting
believe
locked
this
up
is
all
the
that
after
time.
effect. Yeah,
It's
I
Maybe
after
it
really
was
effect.
is.
maybe it was
It
a
affected
spot in
adults.
those
So you
areas.
can imagine how it affects children who are still growing and have not matured yet.
Yeah.
You see, how it is affecting us adults, and I myself included, adults, how it has affected us. So we at least have control and we can process things, but
A
children
little bit better,
can't.
yes.
They can't because they've never never experienced
Never
anything.
experienced this, yeah.
Well, the
So you're
first thing we
saying
have to say is starts at the home.
It's
What's
at
going
home.
on at home? What are they
Yeah,
seeing at home? What are they
right.
experiencing around them
Yeah.
that they have to take it outside of the home? And what amazes me, and I've been hearing this, we had a discussion last night where I was with some folk, and this is one of the discussions because a couple of the ladies that I was with are educators, and they're teaching that grade level, and the things that they shared at the table blew my mind because they are talking about they found a 9 meter Glock in one of the kids' backpack.
oh, Jesus.
Nine.
What do he think he has to protect himself from?
Mhm.
Like was it the 6 year old, the 8 year old in Virginia that just
Six
came?
year old, six year
He was
old.
6 years old. What are you protecting yourself? Who gave you the gun? And I'm not even gonna kid you. Like at that age, my daddy had guns, so I'm just gonna be admit I was very curious. And yeah, like I saw the gun, like he was just that person. He wasn't a thug or anything. It was just protection for the family. I was like, oh, this is cute. Like, really? Like I wasn't thinking about hurting anyone.
Right.
I saw
Right.
it, I handled it, and he probably would have beat the crap out of me. But I was like, whoa. But I put the gun back in his top drawer.
But we
Really.
talk about things where we grew up because a lot of us are still dealing with some things that we saw as young
Hmm.
children. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So a lot of that we had experienced, but somehow we had a chance to do what we're doing now and grow, learn from it, and move on. Now we got to teach our children. We have to teach them,
Hmm.
show them, talk about it to them. They don't allow us anymore to say certain things in school. They're just putting a cap on how you can teach and show kids things. You can't do what you used to do. Because when we came up, we had discipline.
Yes. And
Well,
Even
each
in the
teacher
school.
discipled you differently.
Yeah,
Each
it's
one had
different.
their own method.
Right, of discipline. It's whole different because now
Yeah.
parents are coming and they're saying, well, what do you want me to do? This is how we raise our kids. This is what we do. So when you
They
have
come
parents
to beat
coming
the
in the
teacher. They come
school,
to beat the teacher up.
they took the
they
authority
come to
away
be
from the teacher,
From the
right,
and
teacher.
right.
that's really horrible. In high schools, you cannot eat, the children can talk back to you, get in your face like they would their mother. I'm like, I have peers that are in school right now, like kindergartens are talking to adults like they are a dog. Like they're like, however, this man is talking to their mom, they are talking to this female
Yeah.
teacher.
Hmm.
And you're looking like,
Yeah,
are you serious? Like,
yeah.
and there's nothing you could do, but like, you need to sit down, kid. Well, you better not put your hands on. You need to sit down, kid. And you
It's
really
easy to
can't put
talk
your
back
hands on
to.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
They're
hard.
on the defense.
Oh, it's
So
so
this is where we are. So
Okay.
so Peggy, what you been doing, girl? I know you shaking
Hey,
your head like this can't compare to what I did.
trying to mind, hey, look, trying to
I,
mind my business,
right.
okay?
Peggy, what'd you say? Some linen in
Trying to mind my business.
Girl, that is none of your business because guess what? In your neighborhood, not saying your neighborhood, but Prince George's County, there's another incident where a group of kids, actually watched a woman get out of her car at a townhouse community and robbed her. They said, "Give me the phone. Come on, we'll take the wallet. Gone out." right?
Wow.
And her husband was watching. Like he was like hands up. Like he couldn't do anything. Like all three of these kids had a gun. So they gave him the car and they drove off with her phone, her key, of course, keys, but you know,
Are
and
you
her.
kidding?
They didn't kill him. Thank you, Jesus. They didn't kill her or him. They're like, good.
Well, I got a
They
call.
know where she live at.
But I got a call from one of my old members, and she called. I mean, just when I answered the call, it was a recording, and she said, "Oh my God, Peggy, my daughter just got robbed, gunpoint in the parking lot." I mean, getting a phone call like that, it just blew my mind. And it's like you feel so helpless because there's nothing you can do.
What can you do?
You can't do
Oh,
anything.
wow.
You thank God that she didn't get hurt. And, you know, self-defense is so important. I do have a friend, shout out to Samuel, because Samuel Scott, who runs a self-defense school, and during COVID, when they were doing all these robberies, they was actually sitting there, like they're 7-degree black belts. They were sitting in Prince George's County, scouting out at bank ATMs and every grocery stores, because they was waiting for these criminals to come up against a woman or another man. So they got their eyes open. So they're thinking about doing another campaign, getting back out there and taking care of the public. So guys, we need you.
Yeah.
Please.
You got to be alert. You have to be alert.
So
And I say this, the most important is you need to travel in pairs because it's dangerous out there alone.
Yeah.
It is dangerous out there alone. Okay?
Yeah, it is.
And that's what they're looking for, the ones that are walking alone.
And don't act like you're going somewhere and walk fast. Let that be your exercise wherever you're going. Walk fast, like you know where you're going and nobody bothers me, you know, because you got to act like you're in control. Because if they think you're just like da 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 and you listening to your phone and you're talking on your phone and all of this, put it all down until you get home. Right. If you hear something, look at it, you know, make sure you let them know that I see you.
Well, on a good note, let me share with you guys. I had the opportunity on Wednesday to go to Annapolis with Marion Thomas. And we had the pleasure to be in the mix of all those folks who were down in Annapolis to support our new governor and our new lieutenant governor. And I'm telling you, it made you proud. Made you proud.
I was hoping you would be in the house. I kind of figured you would be.
Yes.
That's nice. Okay, look, next black president.
They prepping him.
He's in position now. He's in position.
Black family.
Look at this Obama.
They look first class, you know, family. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they look like the family. The first, they are a first family. First
family of the.
Yes, they are.
You know,
beautiful.
Maryland.
Beautiful. And I was able to take a picture with the choir of Morgan State University.
Awesome.
Get him, Peggy.
Sing, Peggy.
Now, Morganites. These are our new babies, guys.
Yeah.
Building
had a great choir. That Morgan choir.
Oh my goodness.
Used to be some singing young folks.
Yes.
A brother of mine, I don't know if you remember him. Oh God, his name escaped me. He used to direct the Morgan State Choir.
Yeah, I've been under his direction. I know
he passed away. He passed away.
He sure did. I can't think of his name because I was under. Believe it or not, when I was in the choir at Morgan State, he was the conductor. He was, and I can't think of the name.
He conducted the National Convention of Gospel Choirs and Courses one year, and that was just marvelous. I know exactly.
I get his name. Yeah, but he was a bad
Marion
brother.
And I had a wonderful time.
That looks nice. I would love to hear them sing again because they definitely was one of the leading, besides Howard University Choir, of course.
Yes,
was one of the best choirs around in this side of East Coast, so they were really, really good. And the Hampton Choir, all of our, HBCU choir is really, really good. My son traveled with the Howard University Choir, gospel choir. And
several years ago, Lakey and I were able to work with the 105 HBCU choir with Tony Roy, and we had the pleasure of being at the Kennedy Center photographing with them and Jennifer Holliday. Oh my God. You talking about something beautiful. Oh, beautiful memories, honey. They never die.
Nathan Carter.
Nathan Carter. That's who it is,
Who
Linda.
it is. That's who it is. Yes.
Nathan Carter.
Yes.
Yes, he passed away a few years back.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're on point, why? So thank you guys for allowing me to share.
Yay!
It's about that time.
Whose birthday? Who got some birthdays?
My birthday.
Oh, let me shout out some birthdays. Lori Sowles celebrated on the 2nd. Valerie Filson on the 6th. Sharon Bullock celebrated her birthday on the 10th.
All right.
Knew
Happy
you
birthday
on the 11th. My sister Jeannie Bell is celebrating her birthday today. Happy birthday,
Happy
Jeannie! And Terry Tabor will be celebrating her birthday on the 25th, and Dr. Betty Seltzer on the 26th.
All right.
And my son Reggie Reg, the 31st.
Reggie Reg?
Yeah.
The 31st. And my
31st
son
is
celebrated his birthday on the 15th, Martin Luther King's birthday.
Oh,
wow. Happy birthday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Oh, my goddaughter. I forgot. On Martin
And my
Luther
niece
King's birthday.
Taylor said to celebrate hers on the 5th, and my nephew celebrate his on the 16th. So, guys, January is very busy for me.
Big month. Big month.
And we continue to salute the one and the only, the Honorable
Yes.
Dr.
Yes.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Yes.
Just to set aside the time to remember and reflect. This man fought for us as much as he really could for our community and for all people. For all people, you know, and we still in the fight, but we keep his legacy alive and living in us, and then we represent who we are as a people. And I really do believe that God wants us to come together. It's just the adversary that comes to kill, steal, and destroy us as a people. And this is where we are, and this is where this platform, I continue to say this, ladies, that this platform is really a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to be seen and known and heard in a way that they can know that we are 4SistersLIVE, and we are bringing what we can to the table to help this community, because it's all about what's happening in the community, be it domestic violence, be it health and wellness, being our education and mentoring, and entrepreneurship. So, thank you, our illustrious leader, founder, Peggy, for just having a vision. No, we're here because of what God has given you. God gives us all. Then he has folks that come along to disciple, what and how he gives others. See, he gave me this vision. He gave it to you, but we're here because of that. You know what I mean? And following the order of the steps of what God has given you. So being here is just a blessing to us.
Well, it's a blessing to me to have you.
Cold November morning.
Linda, you will not let that go, huh?
Did not know what she was walking into.
It all began. I had no clue what I was walking.
You got set up as we always do with the Madam President.
As I caught that Uber over there and bought my stuff. Oh, just want you to sit in, Okay.
We'll sit in. Started the whole movement. Look,
thank God for Reggie.
That was a beautiful day.
Saw the vision. We said, "Oh, I like this." I'll never forget that day. That was
never. It was my little brown tan hat on, and I just sat there. What am I here to do? What am I here for? What you want me to do? What you want me to say? What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Right. You just never know how God blesses you.
Okay, Peggy, what are we doing? Okay. Hi. My name is Charlene.
We had no clue, but we
now for the camera. Whatever we're supposed to be talking about, we'll figure it out.
We're here. Now here we are. Voila, 5 years later.
5 years later.
Congratulations, ladies. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah. I got to give a 2 for that, too. Give a 2 for that.
Charlene, I have a question for you, dear.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
For our education and mentor, we have a gentleman that I really, really admire. And I just know this is an area that I'm still learning. I want to learn, need to learn, and grow in. But I see our young people are into this. Can you see how young people are gravitating to understand the method of numbers and what it means and how this helps their future financially, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Someone said, and I believe he said it. He said that the stock market is the greatest equalizer, which means that we may not understand it, but it is where the money is. And why shouldn't you get a piece of that money? And so, what J.R. Fenwick teaches is that, hey, if you can earn $1 a day off of things that you already
Yeah.
use, such as Starbucks, because I promise you, okay, my kidneys should be on there, but I drink Starbucks almost every other day, and now I done got my kid addicted to it. Lord forgive me. I apologize. But we do own stock in Starbucks, right? And
Right.
we own stock in Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we talk about the equalizer, it's almost like, why shouldn't you have equal wealth as others, knowing that you can own a piece of the pie without actually, having the overhead or the debt, right? No debt. When you own a stock, you can own someone's company, a piece of someone's company, but have to pay the light bill, the employees, none of that, and
None
be
of it.
making money off of it. And so we can teach our kids that simple concept. I hope you guys see. Did you see that, Wyoming? You saw a picture of that? If we could teach not just kids, but us women,
Everyone.
everyone, that simple concept, I'm telling you. And if you only took out an hour a day just to do so, because I had to do a lot of this during COVID, and I'm like, whoa, this will change your life. Because somebody may think $1 a day doesn't make any sense to them, but honey, let's talk about that. So 5 times 30 is what? Okay, think about that. 5 times 30, right? You could use the extra 150 or whatever, or $500 a month, couldn't you? I just
Of course.
for a couple hours.
$150.
So we teach our kids the basic math now that they know that they can work and also have some extra income coming in. They may not want to do direct sales like network marketing. They may want a part-time job. Maybe they can't add on a part-time job to their full-time job. So here's another way that they can say, I would buy into a company via the stock market. So he's going to teach us those numbers today. I'm excited. He's going to,
Me too.
yeah. So he's rocking out there. He's
And you know what the beautiful thing about it is that I'm grateful the fact that he is one of our board members.
Oh yeah, he is. Yay.
Yeah. So very grateful.
Yeah, that's at flipthatstock.com.
Yes.
Yeah,
Go on and pull that site up, because he's going to come on. And if you have a teenager or someone that's retired or someone that's out of a job, but they got a little bit of money sitting on the side, come and get educated about how to flip a stock. Like, I think it's amazing, like an amazing program by a man who truly cares about educating you how to make some extra money, right?
Yes.
But even I know he'll explain all of this, because people see stock going up, stock going down, and it's just, just doing all these different twists and turns and stuff. But I guess it's about sticking with it and understanding that what goes up, goes down, and we go down, it's going to go up. So you just be there at the moment.
Things change.
What are the best products to, get stock in at this time? And I guess just reading.
Bring them on, y'all. Bring them on. Y'all
We
got
want
me all excited.
Okay, so I know we have. What else we got?
Go
ahead. I was ahead of the game. I just wanted to bring that out.
So, but we want the audience out there. This is Education and Mentoring Week right here. So go on in and invite your friends and your family in so they can learn from J.R. Fenwick about stocks and bonds also. I mean, bonds still a hot thing right now because the country needs the money, and the dollar has just gotten strong. I mean, I was like in Turkey and Europe, and I can tell you right now, we rule here in America. I mean, the dollar looks a lot stronger. Okay, I got a lot of stuff from Turkey, but I didn't want to have to pay for no more suitcases. But anyway, that tells you the dollar against the euro, the dollar against the Dutch, the dollar against the yen, what all that stuff. He's going to be able to teach you about that. And it may sound like foreign language. And it took me almost 2 years to learn that language, just like in Spanish or French.
Yeah.
You have to practice it. You have anything. In education, I learned that I don't care if you say, I want to be a nurse, I want to be a teacher, I want to be a public speaker. Everything is about practice. So we get to learn that, practice every day.
Yeah, this is part of education, and the mentoring part of it all is we being educated in what we need to know, and finances and dollars and everything is important right now. It's so important.
It's so
Um,
important.
it's
Yeah.
very important. You know, the other thing is to this, when our young people speaking of young people, when they get educated and they get knowledgeable of what is important in life, we may see less crime.
And they get excited too.
And they get excited.
They
Give
get
them
excited. They're
something
curious
to
by
know.
nature.
When you teach these things in
Mm-hmm.
school, what are they teaching? Because all the curriculums, I don't know what that. What are they teaching them? Some of that might need to
Life,
change.
the things they
I
need for
think
Life
life.
skills.
I
Life
agree,
skills.
Naomi. I think the curriculums across the board need to change because kids are getting bored. And I would like to see, people create these armies right there in Prince George's County and the areas that are really inner city. Because if the guns is a problem in the inner city and it's inside of these schools, then we create commanders to say, let's bring them in and let's change the way they learn.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's not afraid of the criminal system. So we need to back the criminal system up, the police up, and let them know, like, this is a serious thing. If you pick up this gun, you're going to prison. We don't care if you're 6, okay? And people like, oh, not the 6-year-old. No, the 6-year-old. He going
What
somewhere.
happened to reform school? At least they had that when we were growing up, and that was detention, and that's where they kept them. I have no clue what the new system is.
Because they don't advocate for it. The parents need to start talking about it. Parents who
We have
need
to
to know
reform
these
them.
things to
They have
talk
to be
about.
reformed.
Young parents are raising your young kids. They
That's
start
that
having
part.
children. You know what I mean? So they don't have the kind of wherewithal, wisdom, and things that we need to know to bring these things into our classroom. We may have to be part of the parent to say what's going to write the letter, Linda, write the letter. Let's write the letter, say what's going on, get people behind it to petition. What are y'all going to do to teach these kids in school? Do you all remember when the Officer Friendly used to come and visit our classroom?
Yes, Officer Friendly came every year.
And he talked and spoke to the kids.
And he told us what to do and what not to do, and we had respect for them because we knew that they were special. And then when I'm thinking about it, you looked up to this big guy, and with the blue suit and the big hat and the gold and brass, yeah. And you look forward, and you knew what you were supposed to do. He told you what to do. He was the example, at least telling you, don't be afraid of me. I'm here to help you.
Yeah.
Officer Friendly.
Yeah.
But we have a whole several new generations that have not had that, and I don't know how they educate our children about the police department, the fire department, and all the people that are supposed to help you.
Yeah.
I don't know. With this new generation, I have no clue on how they get the help, because it has to come from the parents and the teachers.
Yeah.
Well, Charlene, look, let's do this before we bring in JR. Let's shout out the sisters who tune in, and I made a list of them.
Do that.
We
There's
got
Angela James,
Casey Lewis,
yeah,
Sandy Roach,
yes,
Marion Thomas,
hello everybody,
Sylvia Garrett,
yeah.
Rona McKnight, Angela James, Cynthia. Where's my Cynthia Kelly? Although she's in the back,
Kelly's in the house.
She's there with us as well. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank
you so much.
Yay.
Okay, before we forget, do we have any hot picks before we bring in JR? Just want to make sure people knew.
Yes. We got so caught up in the conversation. Let's bring in the hot picks.
Show me some hot picks. And so, hey, audience, listen up. We got some hot picks out there that you want to be in tune, because this month is packed. We have the gala that's coming up with our very own Sister Sisters Network. Be there, sign up for it. Florence Champagne is going to be in the house, presenting and helping those. Remember that take care of your heart, take care of your health, because there's where heart attacks and strokes can happen. And that's a gala award that happens every year. So please stay tuned and snap that picture, register, and be there. What's your next event? And then our next event is Bi-County Business Roundtable. Of course, our lovely Peggy is sit on the board there and work with the greatest, Daryl Barnes. Every month they do something to allow the community to know, business owners, whether you are working with the government, or you're in corporate America. But if you have a small business, you need to be at the table. And this week we're going to have none other than the chairman, Thomas, is that Durango, and the vice chair, Walla Blakely. So be there. That is happening. Put it on his calendar for this Monday between 9 a.m. to 11. And guys, the breakfast, I don't know, is that breakfast free? Oh no, that $20.
$25.
$25. Well, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Okay. Okay, it's gonna be good. All right. So is that all?
Yeah.
All right.
That's it.
Well, listen, I don't know what this next gentleman is going to have for us, but he's a hot pick in the community. Like literally, he's a hot pick. So JR, well, he's a cutie too. So I'm just talking about stock. I mean, everybody want him from PNC. Dr. George Frazier. He's spoken on many stages to educate us about what we do with our money and how to use it in the actual stock market. So he has the ability to generate unlimited income by having control over your time. He's teaching you how to have control over your time, right? He has achieved many awards and I call it scholarships, but right now he is promoting one of the #1 stock programs, and it is called Flip That Stock. All right, award-winning mentor, okay, passion for teaching us how to do this. We're going to go on and bring none other than the JR Fenwick in to teach us a little something. JR,
how you guys doing? Wow.
Hey.
That's a lot. I was looking around saying, well, who they talking about?
JR, you know you're used to these introductions now. Come on.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. Definitely a pleasure to be here.
To have you. Welcome.
Thank you.
Excited to kick off the new year 2023 by being with you guys. I'm trying to think. I think this is literally the first interview I'm doing of the new year.
Wow.
Really?
So
what an honor.
That's right. No better place to be than right here with you guys. We have quite a history together. But I want to start off with asking your listening audience and viewing audience to answer this question. And this question is, in 2023, am I just going to be a consumer like I've been all the rest of the years of my life? Am I just going to be a consumer, or is this the year where I add on being an owner? All right. And so I think most people know that owners typically make more than people who are just consumers. So let me hit you with some sad statistics, but then we're going to flip that around. We'll start off with the bad news, but we're going to end with some good news. Okay. So the bad news is that African Americans are the largest consumers on the planet. That's just a fact. We got to own it, right? We can try and not own it. We just got to own it. All right. That's the bad news. And we've been conditioned, and everybody has conditioned us to be consumers and take our money. Okay. Let me give you an example of how we have been, I don't want to say brainwashed. I don't think that's the right term, but how we've been conditioned to be consumers. And I'm going to use one of the biggest companies and one of the richest men in the world who has done it. And it just is what it is. He did it to everybody, but we are unequally impacted. So let's take this little tiny itty bitty company that most people have never heard of, called Amazon, right?
Itty bitty company.
Teeny weeny company called Amazon. All right. Now I'm going to take you guys through a process, and I just want you to watch this process that we were put through. Okay, so everybody in the world now knows what Amazon is, but at one point we didn't know what Amazon was, and somehow we learned about it. Either a friend told us about it. I don't remember seeing any commercials about it. Just somehow we all kind of learned about Amazon. That was number one. Then the next thing we did was, once we learned about it, we opened up an account. We attached our bank account to Amazon. so that we could do what? Go shopping, which is number 3.
Mm-hmm.
After we started going shopping, they conditioned us, well, before you buy anything, read the reviews. Look at the price, look at the picture, look at the item, but read the reviews and see what other people are saying. Then after we did that, we made a decision, hey, I want to go ahead and buy this, right? Then after we buy it, we get a tracking number in our email and in our Amazon app. And then we sit there and we wait for that package to come. And we can look on and we can see where the little truck is. It has a little map showing you where. And am I the only person who kind of gets excited as I'm seeing that thing get closer and closer?
Yes.
And then you get that notification that your package has arrived. You go out there and you can't wait to open up that package. And it doesn't matter how small it is. I've ordered little plug-in items, like a little, let's say a little headphone adapter. And you're sitting, you're waiting for that, and you get that little package, and it does something. I don't know if it releases endorphins or
Yes.
something
That's
like
right.
that. But if your listening audience knows what I'm talking about, just say something in the comment. Just say, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
We
I
have
know.
we've all been, there you go. We've all been trained to get that feeling, right? But what that did was that trained us to be a massive consumer, right? So let me just hit the 7 steps here we just went over. You learned it. You learned about Amazon. You set up an account. You went shopping. You read the reviews. You purchased. You got something to protect you, which is your receipt and your tracking number. And then you sat there and you monitored and you waited. And that made us and continues to make us massive consumers. Now, again, I want your listening audience to remember the question that I asked you. In 2023, are you going to continue to just be a consumer? Now, we're going to take those same 7 steps and we're going to apply it to the stock market.
All right.
Everybody knows how to go shopping on Amazon. They can do it in their sleep. And they get that thrill and that release of endorphins or whatever it is when they get that package. All right, let's take that over to the stock market. And let me demonstrate how if you take the time to do what you did with Amazon and the stock market, your life can change. So the first thing we said in Amazon, you had to learn what it was. Well, guess what? The first thing you got to do in the stock market is learn what it is. All a stock is a slice of ownership in companies like Amazon, like Nike, like Walmart, like Target, like Exxon. The list goes on and on and on and on of companies that sell slices of ownership, right? And to the point that was made earlier, but you can buy this slice, but you don't have to do the hiring, the firing, the accounting, the marketing, and all that. You just go in and you can buy slices of companies. All right. So in its most simplest format, that's what a stock is. And you can buy pieces, which they call shares. And an easy way to remember that the name share is that you're sharing in the ownership of the company. But we're going to go straight through these 7 steps, just like with Amazon. So step 1, Amazon, you had to learn what it was. Step 2 is the stock market. You got to learn what a stock is and how it works. Then step 2 of the Amazon model was you set up an account. Well, step 2 in the stock market is you set up an account and you link it so that you can now go and buy shares. And when you open up these special accounts, they're called brokerage accounts. A brokerage account is nothing but a fancy name for basically a bank where you can go and buy and sell shares of stock. So I'm going to keep recapping these steps because I really want the listening audience to understand exactly, how this is doable. Step 1, Amazon, learn it. Step 2, set up an account. Step 1, stock market, learn it. Step 2, set up an account. Step 3, in the Amazon model, you go shopping, right? You go on their site. They have a little search bar. You type in what you want, and it pulls up different options and things like that. Guess what? In the stock market, inside your brokerage account, you can go shopping. They have a search bar, very similar, and you can type in a stock, or you can type in a type of stock, and you can go searching, just like you can on Amazon. So now we're on step 3. Let's talk about step 4. Step 4 in the Amazon model is you read about the product. You read the reviews, right? People have bought these products and they write up these reviews. Well, guess what? In step 4, the stock market model, you can read the news articles. These are reviews that analysts and other people are talking about the stock, right? You can read the earnings reports, which is like a report card that comes out every 3 months on how the company's doing. Is anybody else in your listening audience kind of noticing how we're doing the exact same thing? We've mastered it for Amazon, but we shy away from the stock market. But let's keep going. So recap again. Amazon, learn it. Stock market, learn it. Step 2, set up an account in Amazon. Step 2, set up an account in the stock market. Step 3, go shopping. Step 3 in the stock market, go shopping. Step 4 in Amazon, review it. Step 4 in the stock market, review it. Then step 5 is you purchase it. Well, guess what? Amazon has trained us, right? And I don't even remember how they trained us, but somehow, I didn't take any course on it, but somehow they trained us to take that item and drop it into our basket and check out. Check it out, check out and buy the product. So the same concept here. You have to learn how to buy a stock and check out. All right. Same concepts that you just are learning 2 different things. Then you have, after you've purchased, you're kind of protecting yourself. All right. So what I mean by that is with the Amazon model, your protection is they send you a receipt. They email it to you. You got this tracking number. And then you can look up and see exactly, where your package is. All right. But the protection part is that tracking number. All right. After you buy a stock, there's certain things that you can put in place to protect yourself in case the stock doesn't do what you want it to do. All right. So we have protection that we can add in on the stock side as well. Then on the Amazon model, the last step 7, is you are sitting up there and you're monitoring, you're waiting for that package to come. You're sitting there and you're waiting, right? Step 7 in the stock market is you can now open up your phone, your tablet, your laptop, and your desktop and track within a matter of seconds how your stock is doing, just like you can track that package. Now, I'm going to go back to my initial question. After I just laid out this analogy, right? And I call myself the king of analogies because the way my brain thinks, I can look at one model and say, damn, excuse my language, but damn, that's the same thing that we do in the stock market. Why do we shy away from the stock market, but we'll sit here and do this all day long, go shopping online? Why? Because we've been conditioned to be consumers. We've been conditioned as soon as we get our money to go give our money away. And so in 2023, there has to be a conscious effort to say, I'm going to take my money and now become an owner, become an investor. The steps are the same. So some of you may be out there listening, you're getting excited. You're like, oh, I'm getting it. All right. Preach on, JR. Keep, but there's more to it, right? There's more to it. Now watch this. We invest our time in being on Amazon and searching through and looking for stuff, and we'll keep looking until we find it. Am I right? Or am I right? We'll keep looking, we'll keep studying, we'll keep doing this until we find it. And don't let it say, well, that product is out of stock right now. Oh, doggone it. And we'll be looking somewhere else. And that. Are you willing to do? Here's the second question. The first question was, are you going to just be a consumer in 2023? Or are you going to move into being an owner and investor? That's the first question you got to answer. The second question is, are you willing to do the same amount of work that you do to shop on Amazon to shop in the stock market? Because it's all effort, it's all energy, it's all learning. You're going in there learning and looking on Amazon, which is keeping you a consumer. Are you willing to go and do that in the stock market? Question number 3. Question number 2. Question number 3 is, are you willing to open up your wallet? Now, this is where you can separate the men from the boys, the women from the girls, the adults from the kids. On Amazon, we'll pull that card out real quick. We'll pull that card out real quick and buy that stuff. Yes or yes? The answer is yes. We'll do it. There you go. We
That's a
There
good.
it is.
we will pull that money out, right? But when somebody says, invest this money in a course to learn how to do this, let somebody teach you step by step how to do it, and then start pulling your money out to buy the stocks. I don't know. I don't know about all that stuff now. I don't know. My friend who ain't never been in the stock market, don't know nothing about the stock market.
Come on,
There you
Willis.
go. Talk. What you talking about? What you talking about? Willis? That stock market thing. That's just not my thing. I've even heard people say over the past 2 years, that's a white people's thing. That's what? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So let me break it down further for you, right? I want to be very meticulous and very methodic. And I want your listeners to be saying, is anything that JR is saying complicated or just doesn't even make common sense? Right? If this doesn't even make common sense, just hang up and tune out. I want to make it so plain that you walk away like, I got no option, because you really don't. Because studies come out are saying that by the year 2053, if we as African Americans don't change what we're doing, our net worth will be below zero.
Ooh,
These are
wow.
These are facts. We got to change something. There's another article that's been out for a while. It's not, they're not even hiding these articles. And the article says the greatest wealth equalizer is the stock market. But let me prove it to you, right? We've all heard of Warren Buffett. How did he make his money? Stock market. We've heard of Elon Musk. How did he make his money? Well, he owns Tesla. Yeah, but that's not where his wealth comes from. His wealth comes from stock ownership in that company. We've heard of Bill Gates. Well, yeah, but Bill Gates has Microsoft and he puts out all his products and he makes all this money. Yeah, but his wealth comes from stock ownership. All right, you guys seeing a pattern here?
Yeah.
Like Elon Musk, who's worth $200 billion or so, he doesn't get a paycheck every year for $200 billion. That's not where it's what it comes from. Ownership, stock ownership in the company. There's a pattern here. All right. Well, yeah, JR, I hear you. But a lot of people don't know. As soon as you say but, you negate everything that was said before. As soon as you throw the word but in there, you negate everything. So I want y'all to be thinking in your mind, are you following this? Is it making sense? Is it easy? Or are you going to put a but? It's complicated. No, really, it's not. It's not that complicated. If you accept that investing in stocks is complicated, then you got to accept that buying something on Amazon is complicated. You got to accept that driving a car is complicated because you do all those things all the time. And this is no more complicated than that. But you invested the time, effort, and energy to learn those things. You have to take the time, effort, and energy to put into this because this is life-changing. This is dealing with your money. Okay, GR, that's cool. That's cool. But what I really wanted to tune in to Sisters for Sisters Live today, just give me a hot stock pick. Can you just give? No, I'm not giving you a hot stock pick. You getting me? Is it okay? I'm going raw now. Raw.
Yeah.
No, I'm not giving you a hot stock pick because you don't even know how to open up an account properly. You don't even know how to properly buy a stock. There's different ways to buy. You got to learn that stuff first before you start talking about what's a hot stock pick. Because if I give you my hot stock pick, it might just be for me. It might not work for you. It might not be, we may not have the same strategy. Let me give you an example. A lot of times you hear about the terms trading and investing. And they use these terms interchangeably, and they're two completely, totally different things. So investing is where you're going and you're buying shares of stock, pieces of ownership in a company, and with the intention of holding them long term. If you hold a stock or shares of stock for 1 year or longer, you're deemed an investor legally. That's the definition. And you're looking down the road. You're looking at having retirement income, or maybe using that money to pay for your child's college tuition when they're little. maybe when you retire, you get that dream home. I even have a friend who, when she graduated from medical school, cashed out her stocks and used that to open up her practice. So think investing is long term. All right. And the goal is to buy low and potentially sell high somewhere down the road. Or guess what? You can get something called dividend payouts. All right. This is the craziest thing. All right. And imagine if you could buy something, right? And just because you bought it and you hold it, they say every quarter, all right, every 3 months, for however many shares you have, we're going to pay you a little something, something. So let's say that you got 1,000 shares of a company, and when the quarter's up, they say we're going to give you 50 cents for every share that you have. They're going to give you $500. Boom, drop it right in your account just for holding it. That's called dividends. There are people who just live off of the dividends.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you understand this, this is some of the things that you can do when you are an investor. All right. Now let's go to the flip side. The flip side is being a trader. All right. And so being a trader means you're buying and selling shares of stock in a shorter period of time. That could be months, weeks, days, hours, minutes, even seconds. And so when you're trading stocks, you're looking to get in and out of stocks as they move up and down in price quickly. Let's say that, a stock starts off the day at $20 and sometime during the day it shoots up to $23. All right. Went from 20 to 23, that's a $3 increase. And if you had 100 shares of that and you sold, that means you made $300. Boom, like that. You went from 20 to 23, that's a $3 increase. If you have 100 shares, 3 times 100 is $300.
Yeah.
That's art and a skill all in itself. That's totally different than investing and buying and holding for the long term. And guess what? You can do both, and I suggest that you do both. All right, and we specialize in teaching both of those things. And so, for the people who maybe, well, it's complicated. I don't know if I can do it. Again, you're out here driving your car. If you're out here shopping on Amazon, right? You can do it. You just have to say, I want to do it.
And I believe there's some people out there, JR, that really want to do this. They've already asked, how can I become a part of knowing more? So if you can share that with the minute we have left, because Charlene can, help us cap some things up. But I know someone did ask that. So if you can give that to us.
So the first thing I would recommend you do is just go to our website, flipthatstock.com. flipthatstock.com. And as soon as you go to the website, you'll see that there's a little box that says you can watch this video, 7 things you need to know about the stock market to make money, I think it is, or something of that nature. You put your name and email in there, it's going to take you to a video. And you just watch the video, and this breaks it down in much more detail than I just did. But that's the first thing. You got to start getting educated. And you've got to say to yourself, I'm going to take some of that money that I'd be spending on Amazon, and I'm going to invest in a course and learn how to do this. And watch how your life changed by the end of 2023.
So I believe you do courses every week.
Yes, so we have live seminars that we do. Part of when people become a member, we do live training every week for our members. But we're also getting ready to kick up doing live seminars across the country. Prior to COVID, we were on a national tour, and I'm proud to say that we're getting back out there. We're getting ready to kick it off in LA. So if you have any members who are in the LA area, I think the date is March 4th. You'll be seeing some things. If you go to the website and watch the course, you'll be in our database, so we can keep you up to date as to where we'll be at all times.
Thank you. This is good stuff. Ooh, we got to bring him back, Charlene, because this is definitely a section. This is a course.
Absolutely. It's a lot of information out there. And again,
we can make that money while we're sleeping.
Well, not only that, we pay for everything else. And like, I really wanted this piece of furniture and a little dress or something off of Amazon. And you know what? I got credit to get it, and I can make monthly payments on it as long as I pay back in 90 days. It's interest free. So, you know, you can get anything you want in this world. I'm telling you, funding is out there.
Yeah.
So sorry, I'm gonna promote JR here a little bit. There is funding out there for your education, and yeah, it is a price, and you should be willing to pay him like you would pay Harvard, University of Maryland, NYU, because you cannot find the information out there from a more reputable person than J.R. Fenwick, who's going to give you the ins and outs. He even have an app to make this easier for us 50 plus, that decided we don't want to get into technology like that. It's easy. Okay. So anyway, but just something that they're out there. We will have him back. Please go on his website and check him out. We will have him back so you can ask those specific questions. But first, go and look at his trial. You can sign up and get the information. And if you're in LA, of course, please, again, meet him live. You can get an education at that 2 hours summit. Yeah.
Ask all the questions you want. Thank you, Mr. JR. We enjoyed you as always.
Thank you so much. I enjoyed being here. And I had the pleasure of seeing your son perform with Babyface out at Maryland Live. Incredible.
Oh, you did? Oh, yeah.
Incredible.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, we look for, you be in LA. That's where he is. So,
that's
you're going to be able to hang out. Yeah. He's going to be checking out with you. Thank you so much for helping my son understand what it means to help his mama get a house in another.
I know that's right.
Thank you, JR. We salute you.
All right.
Have a great one.
Thanks, Jay.
Okay.
That was so fun. Well, I mean, you ain't going nowhere. You've been saying you're going to LA for a while. You going to LA?
Yes.
You ain't going nowhere. Wait a minute. She's gonna be right here in DC. Or just come to houses. I mean, we can do that, okay?
Right.
I'll bring y'all out there and we can all stay in some rooms.
I'm looking forward to that.
I put my bag in one room and I'll sleep in this room. Miss Leo. I love that.
Who do we have next week quickly? Peggy, that's our entrepreneurship. Who gets her week?
Yeah, we're going to bring in a couple of our sisters who are entrepreneurs that are in the insurance arena.
Oh,
and I think it's very important that we start talking about insurance and how to use it, and not as a death benefit, but for an investment, just like stock.
Go ahead.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Well, we already know that's going to be an awesome time. And speaking of time, what time is it?
Woo!
It's time for
you
to walk in your purpose
and
prosperity. Thank you for watching. See y'all next week. Bye. Yeah.